I spent the first 25 years thinking like a poor man, and I ended up poor, but since I changed my way of thinking, wealth has come closer to me. Doesn't that sound like an exaggeration? So how did this rich man think in the first 25 years of his life, and what was his changed way of thinking? What's the difference? Isn't it incredible after listening to this sentence? Can you become rich just by changing the way you think? When you finish reading the following, you will fully understand the current doubts. The opening paragraph was said by Steve Siebold. He is How the Rich Think, book author. As a young man, he was an American professional athlete and national coach. Later, he became a world-renowned lecturer in the field of personal career development, and at a young age, he was determined to get rid of poverty and have wealth, and he never wanted to have nothing again, and then he had the ambition to become rich. So, over the next 26 years, he traveled the world, interviewing the world's top entrepreneurs and billionaires, collecting their ideas and comparing them with most of the American middle class, which refers to ordinary people. Finally, a conclusion is that the gap between the status and wealth of the middle class and the rich class is not about life and opportunity, but about their perspective and thinking about problems. He will show us through 100 short stories, where's the gap between the thinking of ordinary people and the rich. So much so that let the two have very different lives. I summarized 4 key points from it, and when you finish watching the film, you can also summarize where's the difference between ordinary people and rich people. Maybe you can get inspired by it, find direction, and slowly become rich and step by step out of poverty. First, ordinary people think that making money depends on formal education, while rich people think that making money depends on special skills, and everyone has different ideas and practices on the issue of giving pocket money. Ordinary people educate their children by relying on traditional school formal education, and they believe that what is taught in school is correct. They must obey, and they will pass on their own ideas to their children, teach them to be content with the status quo, teach them how to survive. Although the rich also value formal education, it is usually not associated with wealth creation. They teach their children how to get rich, and they are not limited by various rules, but through unconventional ways of thinking, to obtain a steady stream of money. Robert Kiyosaki previously mentioned in his book that he was very opposed to the school education system, and he believed that the school education system was very outdated. This has not changed since the Industrial Revolution, and schools were established to unify students' survival skills, such as doing some technical work, factory mechanical operation, and professional work, etc., not to teach students how to make money. Simply put, the school system is used to train the poor, and according to research surveys, the most stable and punctual tax payment every year is the middle class, that is, ordinary small white-collar workers. The more taxes the people pay, the richer the country will be, and the state naturally hopes that society will have more such people to contribute to the country. The rich educate their children in such a way that they have the courage to pursue their dreams. It is necessary to make good use of pocket money to invest and pass on the concept of unlimited money to their children. And the idea conveyed is that you believe in yourself, that you can use your intelligence to get everything you want, and don't care about IQ, grades, or school performance, and believe that you have all the conditions to become rich. Tell children that being rich doesn't make people perfect, but it allows people to enjoy what others can't. Second, ordinary people believe that wealth is the root of all evil, while rich people believe that poverty is the root of all evil. Many people are complaining about working so their own, why they can't make money, and even have to feed 3 meals, but they don't know that on the surface they want to get rich. But he couldn't detect what was going on in his subconscious. Have you ever heard such a statement? Wealth is the root of all evil, money is the devil, he makes people greedy, corruption is cold. Especially the elders will start educating children like this from a young age, and even some TV series, movies, are performed like this. People become bad when they have money, but is this really the case? To know that consciousness is contagious, when we have such potential, negative thoughts, often unconsciously, limiting our actions, then without action, where will the result come? The rich do not think that wealth is evil because they know that money is just a tool to measure the total value that a person has, and if a rich person becomes bad, it is only because of personal problems. Money is just a performance tool. The rich believe that wealth can bring inner tranquility, liberate people's minds, and make people constantly generate new ideas, thereby creating greater wealth. Third, ordinary people focus on saving money, while rich people focus on making money. Ordinary people only want to protect their savings and beware of spending them and disappearing, while the rich focus on how to make more money and how to create wealth with business acumen. Have you found that most people's minds will be on saving, which is actually a negative thought, because behind the effort to save is afraid that they will lose what they currently have, because of the fear of failure and shrink, so they simply give up the idea of making money, concentrate on saving, resulting in only looking at the things in front of them, not seeing the overall situation, unable to touch other things. So the question is, when a person is full of this negative energy, how can he obtain this positive energy of becoming rich? The rich circle used to think that there were many opportunities to make money, and believed that they had the ability to make money and actively gave it. They know that if they dare to take risks, they will always succeed, and they believe that money is really just a tool of exchange, and that having creative ideas is a scarce resource. The author also warns that those who are reluctant and afraid to invest money are often overlooked a great opportunity to make money. And even if the rich encounter a financial crisis, they will not think on guard, but put all their thoughts on the plan of how to make a lot of money. Fourth, ordinary people think that the more hours they work, the more wealth, while the rich think that the more good ideas they have, the more wealth. Most people have a concept that wealth is directly proportional to the time invested, that is, using time for money. The so-called hard work is a gain, which is the belief that we have been educated since childhood. Especially the older generation often said to us, you must go out to work hard so that you can make money, and this kind of thinking seems to be a very positive thing, but this traditional concept unconsciously washes our brains. It eventually changes our minds and makes us think that it works. Labor for money is the right way out. And the rich only care about whether they make money or not. Passionate about what they are doing now, they will love their job and there will always be a way to get rich through it. People who live in the circle of the rich know how to use a higher way of thinking to get rich. They think that the more good ideas, the more money they can make, and they see success as something more important. They also work hard and will invest a lot of time in their work, but by no means hard in the traditional sense, but give full play to their strengths and talents, do things strategically, and focus their energy. Get your best bang on how you get your profits, not just how many hours you work a day. However, ordinary people will disperse their energy and creativity into various goals, projects, and hobbies, regard going to work as a task, go to eat, drink and have fun after work, and divide work and personal time clearly. The rich, on the other hand, focus wholeheartedly on one thing. This is how the rich think. About the four major thinking about wealth, which one do you think has the greatest impact on you? Welcome to leave a message below. Let's learn from each other. After all, everyone's ideas are different. We can each absorb a little and then transform it into another new way of thinking. If you think this film is good, you can also share it with others and let them grow with us, and at the same time help themselves and help others. What a pleasant feeling. Life is in the world. Be grateful for everything that has not happened. What is about to happen? Look at the world with a grateful heart. You will have a very easy life. See you in the next issue.